Welcome to the Know. I'm Meg Turney, and what do you do when the hellhole government you've been born under tries to take your little sister away, while you land yourself smack dab in the middle of a steamy love triangle? Well, it's not that steamy. Actually, remarkably not steamy for a YA book, but I digress. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 came out yesterday and is poised to be one of the biggest movie openings of the year. So this is a quick refresher course in everything you need to know before you put your butt down in that sticky movie seat. Also, book readers, I totally feel you, I do, but this is just for the movie storyline. There is absolutely no time to bitch about the disappearance of Madge. Also, spoilers for The Hunger Games and Catching Fire, but no spoilers for Mockingjay Part 1. I would never do you like that. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 is the third installment in the Hunger Games franchise. If you haven't seen the first two movies at all, or in a little while at least, here's the story thus far. Katniss Everdeen is a somewhat normal girl who lives in a dystopian future in a place called Panem, where 12 districts are ruled over by the capital, and more specifically, President Snow. In the glory days of yesteryear, a civil war took place, and the capital emerged victorious only after blowing District 13 to smithereens. As a reminder of why it's bad to take on good old Cappy, each year the remaining 12 districts must select one boy and one girl to send to the Hunger Games, which is a fight to the death until only one is left, a la Battle Royale. In the first movie, Katniss's little sister Prim is chosen, and to save her, Katniss volunteers to go in her place. Peeta, the baker's son, is chosen to go with her. In the arena, Peeta and Katniss pretend to be madly in love, by the way, not an ounce of pretending on Peeta's part, and manage to make it out alive only after threatening to commit suicide simultaneously. In Catching Fire, Peeta and Katniss go on trying to convince the world they're in love, but as they tour through the capital, it's clear they've inspired a revolution with their refusal to kill one another. Crowds fight Capitol troops, and once President Snow is convinced Katniss has become too powerful a symbol to continue living, a special kind of Hunger Games takes place in which those sent into the arena are selected from the existing pool of victors. This is a controversial move because the victors are supposed to be untouchable. Katniss and Peeta find themselves in the games once again, where Katniss manages to disable the force field surrounding the arena. She is then plucked out of the arena by rebel forces who tell her that District 13 is actually alive and well, and while they manage to rescue her, Peeta wasn't so lucky and is now in the hands of the Capitol. Cue dramatic close-up of Jennifer Lawrence's eyes, and here we are. The movies are based on the smash hit book series by Suzanne Collins, which has sold more than 50 million copies worldwide. The first film made just over $152 million in its opening weekend, making it the highest grossing opening weekend for a non-sequel. Catching Fire managed to beat that, making $158 million its opening weekend. Now, to put that in perspective, not a single Twilight movie, which, love or hate, a lot of people saw, is ranked higher than either Hunger Games movie. The film stars Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss Everdeen, Josh Hutcherson as Peeta Mellark, Liam Hemsworth, yes, that's Thor's brother, as Gale, Woody Harrelson as Haymitch, an advisor of sorts to Katniss and Peeta, Julianne Moore as President Coin, who rules over District 13, and Natalie Dormer as Cressida, a filmmaker who manages to escape the capital to help the rebel cause. We have an interview with Miss Dormer in this week's screenplay, but as a warning, the film is discussed during the actual podcast, so I'm linking directly to the timestamp of the interview. But if you don't want to hear about the film at all, you might want to turn it off once the interview is over. The late Philip Seymour Hoffman is also in the film as Plutarch Heavensbee, a former Capitol confidant turned rebel. Hoffman died during the filming of Mockingjay and had two scenes that were never finished. Speculation that his final scenes would be crafted with CGI were immediately shot down by director Francis Lawrence, who revealed they instead gave his lines to other actors in those scenes to make up for his absence. Mockingjay Part 1 is dedicated to his memory. So guys, are you gonna go see this movie this weekend? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget, you get the very best in video games and entertainment right here, so make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel so you can know what we know, be in the know on this show. Aren't you?